Hi guys, it's JB here, and this is a video I don't want to make, but I need to have my say on the issue of the big six clubs, namely Liverpool, Manchester United, Manchester City, Tottenham, Arsenal and Chelsea, all breaking away to form this 12-team Super League. And I cannot believe this is actually going to happen. I sincerely hope it doesn't. I've had obviously since last night. I've had a lot to think about this, and I spent 2 hours travelling home from Great Moors to think about this. And to be quite honest with you, I think I'm in agreement with probably 99.9% of all football people in this country. I think it's a stupid idea. I think it's a disgrace. I think this Super League is being done purely and simply for financial reasons. It's going to destroy the integrity and competition of not just English football but Italian and Spanish football. Grassroots are going to miss out. It's basically a cash cow. And to be quite honest, it stinks. Today, Jose Mourinho has lost his job. Daniel Levy sacked him just 6 days before he was due to lead out Tottenham in the League Cup final at Wembley. And I can tell you right now, and Tottenham will deny it until they're blue in the face, he's had something to say, Mourinho, and it wouldn't surprise me in the least. He's had something to say about the Super League issue, and Levy's gone, right, you've gone. Whoop. There we go, out. And if it is true that Mourinho has done that, then fair play to him, because he, more than anybody, would know how English football works and how it should work. It's, you know, but my team lost yesterday, but to be honest, the result doesn't really matter. Rivalries at this point in time don't matter. What football and the supporters need to do right now is rally together. Forget rivalries, forget this, forget that. We need to come together and stop this from happening. UEFA have condemned it. FIFA have condemned it. Prince William has condemned it. The Premier League have condemned it, and of course the EFL have weighed in as well, also condemning it. So you can tell there's a lot of opposition against it. Every football pundit and every football commentator in the land have condemned it. It is an opportunity for massive clubs in European football to make money, and that's not what sports should be about. It's supposed to be about competition. I mean, they're proposing to do it during midweek apparently, and as opposed to keep their places in the Premier League. I think if they're going to agree to a Super League, then I think the Premier League have to take a firm grip. It's neither us or them. And if they choose the Super League, we boot the six of them out. All their team supporters, I know Arsenal fans, I know Manchester City fans, I know Liverpool fans, Tottenham fans, Chelsea fans, I know most of them. I know people who support all of the six teams. And to be quite honest, they're all disgusted with their respective clubs. In fact, I've read people saying, if you do this, I will never support you again. And these are season tickets. Most of them are season ticket holders for about 40-50 years. They followed the clubs. They followed all these clubs all their lives. And this is what it's hurting the most, the supporters. Football, traditionally, is the working person's game. We have to be gender neutral in this, because a lot of girls go, a lot of women go, and so it's the working person's game. It's a working class game. It always has been, always will be. But for the last sort of 10-15 years, this prawn sandwich brigade have taken over and have tried to ruin the core values of 180, 70 years, 50 odd years worth of history. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. We've got a proud tradition of the game in England going back to 1872 when we first started the FA Cup competition. and it's the oldest and most prestigious knockout cup competition in the world. Everybody that comes to this country wants to play in it, and they say there's no other cup competition elsewhere in the world like the FA Cup. And what are these chairmen and what are these owners doing? They're devaluing that competition. They're devaluing the EFL Cup competition, the League Cup, which is a wonderful trophy if you can win it. Fantastic. And Chelsea and Tottenham, two of these Rebel Six, are going to get that opportunity to win that trophy. Chelsea will probably be favourites because of Mourinho's sacking, and it's a shame, really. Not Chelsea, Manchester City. Sorry. Will be favourites now because of Mourinho's sacking, but it's a disgrace. I mean, mercifully, the German clubs have not entered into it. I'm pleased to say Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund want nothing to do with it, purely and simply, as my good buddy CW explained to me this afternoon, that 50% of all ownership in Germany is fan owned, and they'd have been cashing in their 50% if those two teams had joined this ridiculous circus. This really is. As a Burnley fan, it's annoying because we're a club that's based on true values. We're one of the founding members of the Football League going back to the late 1880s, 1888, 89. We were pioneers, but we're pioneers in a good way. Arsenal, I'm disappointed with more than anybody else at the moment, because I think you look at their values for many years. A good, honest club, or you think it was a good, honest club with great values, great traditions, and since they've left Highbury, it's been an absolute farce there. Manchester United. Let me just pick on them for a minute. The Glazers, I think some of these Manchester United fans, when the Glazers bought the club some 15 years ago, there were some Manchester United fans who were quite right to take a stand against it, and they've been proved right along, given time. What Joe Glazer is doing, I do not know, but he's overstepped the mark as far as I'm concerned. He's apparently vice chairman, second in line behind Florentino Perez, the Real Madrid president who's behind this cockamamie scheme. Excuse me. The whole thing stinks from top to bottom. It's a cash cow. It's not going to be a competition. There's no promotion. There's no relegation. Some little pathetic 18 playoffs at the end of the season. It's not going to work. People are not going to tune in and watch Liverpool play Real Madrid every week. They don't want that. The average Joe that watches football does not want to watch Liverpool Real Madrid every week, right? Let's get that straight. This is what domestic leagues are there for. We want to see different oppositions. I want to see different games. Now, I'll tell you this now, and I'm going to put it in writing. I'm going to put it on record now. If this Super League happens, I'll never, ever, on this channel anyway, I'll never do an audio commentary again. Because it's morally wrong, this Super League. It's going to destroy the game of professional football. In fact, it's going to destroy football not just at professional level, but at semi-pro level and at grassroots level. And we have a super pyramid in this country, this Super League pyramid, from the non-league levels 1, 2, levels, from levels 9 and 10, and then up to level 1, which of course is the Premier League, the top flight of English football. Every small team in the land that starts at the bottom, say an #United, or Barnoldswick Town, which is around the corner from where I live, they have aspirations, maybe one day becoming a Football League club, if not a Premier League club. These clubs have ambition. These clubs want to get there. They want to climb the greasy pole to the top, towards the top table of English football. You look at Wimbledon many years ago. Southern League club, when they knocked out Burnley in the mid-70s. Within 10 years they were in the top flight and winning the FA Cup. you won't see those stories ever again unless we all get together as one. What Leeds are doing tonight with wearing those t-shirts, fantastic. I'm backing Leeds all the way. I think I think every football supporter in the country needs to stop this from happening. Every commentator, every pundit, Prince William, the FA president, is getting his weight behind it. Stopping this. This needs to stop, and if we don't, then the game is destroyed. And I'll commentate through audio commentaries on other sports. I'll take my commentaries to the cricket. I don't care, because if this Super League happens, I'll just concentrate my energies on this year's Miss Winter's Ashes series. I couldn't give a monkeys, because at least with cricket, it's not a cash cow. You're playing proper sport, and that is the remit of this channel. I will not, under any circumstances, if this Super League takes place, do any commentaries on any of those games, because it's not a competitive league. It's just the same 12 teams, 20 teams battling it out each year. It's a franchise. It's America. It's trying to compete with the American razzmatazz, and well, it's just not. That's not football. It's not the game I know and love and admire. I've been watching football for all my life. I'm 38 years old. I've been watching it for over 30 years, man and boy. I never in my lifetime have I seen the game in such disarray than this right now. What the owners of Liverpool, Manchester City, Manchester United, Tottenham, Arsenal and Chelsea are doing is a disgrace, and it has to be stopped, because if it doesn't, then that's it. Football will be finished forever. Football will be changed forever, and for all the wrong reasons. Everything that will be all that is morally wrong about it all will change the game forever, and we don't want that in this country or anywhere else in Europe. They are risking ruining the FA Cup, the League Cup, the Community Shield, all these competitions that have been played for the FA Cup, 150 years of history and stories. The League Cup has just turned 60 years old. 60 years of history. They're prepared to throw down the pan. What for? For the sake of a few quid? These owners need bringing down a peg or two. They are businessmen. They're not in it for the integrity of clubs. I mean, you're talking about great clubs: Arsenal's, Manchester United's, and Liverpool's. League championships between them. Manchester City, I'm surprised about. Some people accuse them of buying the league, but at the end of the day, they've just lost out in a quadruple bid. And you know what? I would have applauded the team if they'd have done it this year. They've been very good in the league, and they've been superb. But their chairman is now letting them down. And you look at people like Mesut Ozil have had their say today. You don't play marquee games like that every week. You have to play against the minnows. If you don't have upsets in games in football, then we don't have stories to tell. That's why I commentate on the game as it is now, because there are stories to tell. And we can say that, take for example Lincoln City getting to the quarterfinals of the FA Cup some years ago. Who would have thought that? They were a non-league side, first non-league team since 1914. This is what these big six want to do away with, and the whole thing is a scandal. And I'm appealing to everybody tonight. I'm sort of echoing what Gary Neville's just said, really, that every football supporter in the land, regardless of team you support, whether you're a Burnley fan, whether you're a Blackburn Rovers fan, Leeds United, Fulham, Millwall, whatever, we should all come together to try and stop this ridiculous cash cow of a competition, or of a so-called competition, which is not gonna work. it is going to destroy the game of football, because quite honestly, these chairmen are a fool to themselves. That's all I've got to say on the issue. Please hit that like button. Please share this video. We want to get as many people watching this as possible, because this ridiculous idea of a European Super League will destroy the game of football if we do not come together as one. The football fraternity, fans, pundits, commentators, presenters alike. Share this video. This European Super League, I'll sum it up like this, is one of the most ridiculous ideas I have ever seen in over 30 years of being a football fan. It's a cash cow, it's a cockamamie scheme for the big, rich, greedy idiots to take ownership and have the game as their own crown jewels. No, it shouldn't work that way. And everyone's got to come together, whether it's UEFA, FIFA, FA, Football League, whatever. We've all got to stop this before it gets absolutely out of hand, because it's a cockamamie scheme aimed at just making a quick buck and going against the values and the traditions of the working person's game. Thank you for watching. Leave a like, hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. And thanks for watching. Bye bye.